Hello and welcome to this edition of Big Fish Small Pod for March 5th, 2024. And if you are new to the Small Pod, here we like to give you all the information about the Marlins for that particular day all season long in 10 minutes or less. And Marlins fans, this is going to be a very quick recap of the Marlins against the Yankees last night, in which the Marlins did fall to the Yankees by a score of 3-2. But this game, it's really to recap three pitchers and really the highlights and the lowlights from their outing against the Yankees. First up, you have to go with AJ Puck. 3 innings. He had himself 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Really great outing from AJ Puck, who continues his dominance this spring to show himself that he wants to be a starter, that he can be part of this rotation to this year and really get what the Marlins aren't going to be able to get from Sandy, who's going to be out this season, and they're going to need someone to eat those innings, get those strikeouts. If AJ Puck can do that, then it'll do wonders for this Marlins team going forward in 2024. He has, again, just been incredible this spring. 5 innings, 1 hit. He has not given up a run. He has 9 strikeouts to go with just 3 walks. And about 63% of his pitches have been for strikes. He has just been incredible. Mel Stoudemire is working his magic with AJ Puck. And you might be wondering about maybe his velocities is still going to be the same. He's been a reliever for the majority of his career. But again, you have to remember he was a starter going up to the athletics organization and going back as well to the University of Florida, where he was a very great starter for the Gators. But overall, for AJ Puck, just really good, or I should say, really great for him so far this spring and showcasing himself. If the Marlins can get that, 5 innings, 9 strikeouts, and just 3 walks from AJ Puck and outing, the Marlins will take that every day of the week. But again, you have to see you're converting a guy from a reliever back to a starter, so it's going to take a little bit more time from him to get up to pace, get up to rotation, to see if he can even get into a 6 inning, if he could even get into a 7th inning. But again, that's in very, very due time. We'll see what happens there going into the season. But so far, really great from AJ Puck, really showing what he could do with the majority of his pitches, getting to that velocity 95 and just consistently staying around that number. You're not going to see a drastic drop from AJ Puck. No drastic drop really last night. I believe he dropped about maybe a mile per hour, about 1 mile on some of his pitches. But again, going to the games, him starting up, you tend to see that. And with Puck, you want to see him continue that. If he can continue to give you those innings 3, next time 4 innings, 5 innings, a full start, see what happens with Puck. But everything so far seems that he's up to task, that he will be able, hopefully he can be able to do it. I believe in AJ Puck. I believe wholeheartedly in Mel Stoudemire Jr. If they can get AJ Puck to just do a half of what Sandy Alcantara usually does, then that's an A+ for me. Next up, highlight, you have to go with Edward Cabrera. You might be wondering why these two are coming back-to-back starters. Both games were rained out the other day, so Marlins decided to put 2 guys who are going to start their respective games here against the Yankees. And with Edward Cabrera, 3 innings, again, 4 hits allowed, which again, but a little worry there, but not too much. Those hits not resulting in any runs. 3 strikeouts, but most importantly, 0 walks. And that is what you want to see from Eric Cabrera, limiting those walks. That was detrimental to his season last year, and really also brought him down to AAA so he could work out those kinks. If Eric Cabrera can limit those walks, then he's an all-star caliber pitcher. He could potentially, I don't want to say win the Cy Young, but he can really get Cy Young votes if he can limit those walks, as he has that stuff. When he was coming up, I was a prospect, easily the number 1 prospect in the Marlins organization, number 1 pitching prospect, 100%. And people comparing him to Sandy, he can potentially even be better than Sandy just because of his pitch mix and what he's able to do. Topping out against the Yankees in 97, really great to see there. Really had great command. 30 pitches, 22 were for strikes. Incredible from Eric Cabrera. Last year, if you look at just 3 innings, he probably gave you 3 walks. Maybe in a very rough patch, he could 4 or 5 even. But to have 0, Eddie is completely changed. Again, still too early, but for right now, everything looks great for Edward Cabrera. And really great from those 6 innings for the Marlins, 9 strikeouts, no earned runs, only 2 walks between them, 5 hits, really great to see. And then we talk about the low light of the game. Tanner Scott did not record a single out, gave up 4 walks in a row, which resulted in 3 earned runs. Not great to see from Tanner Scott, and especially what we were seeing last year. But with Tanner, I know he'll turn around. This is just a rough patch. And again, a good thing it's happening now, March 4th, not July 4th, not June 4th. Very good thing that it's happening right now, not later. I believe in Scott. He showed me last year, showed all of us. I forget who he was facing, but he threw, I believe, 11 straight balls. Mel Stoudemire came out, told him to fix it. You're better than that. You can do it. Next pitch, strike. Incredible from Tanner there. And I know this is just a little rough patch for Tanner. It's been a little rough patch for him so far this spring. But you might, a little bit of a worry just because this Yankees lineup featured a lot of prospects, a lot of bench guys, a majority of them. But with Tanner, I think he'll change it up. He knows he has the ability to become one of the best closers in baseball. He showed that at the end of last season. Really great to see there, and he got a pay raise for that. And he could potentially be an all-star candidate for the Marlins just because how well he played at the end of last season or last season overall. But not too much to worry from Tanner Scott. I believe in him. Everything looks to be going well for him. It just maybe some kinks mentally, just trying some things out, but nothing too crazy to worry about from Tanner Scott. But that's going to do it for me on Big Fish Small Pod. I'm Danny Rodriguez. As always, go fish.